So may I come in?
Please come.
Good afternoon,
Please sit
sir.
down.
Good afternoon, sirs.
Please sit down. Evangeline, tell the panel about yourself very briefly.
Yes, sir. Sir, my name is Divyanjali Jaiswal. I come from Raipur, Chhattisgarh. I have completed my graduation in mechanical engineering from NIT Raipur in 2018. And after that, I have been preparing for civil services. And this is my third attempt at civil services, sir.
So, Evangeline, you are from Chhattisgarh,
Yes, sir.
Raipur. Now, government has, come out with a new list of LWE affected areas,
Yes, sir.
which is much shorter than, in 2016 when there were 90 districts. Now there are lesser. How has Chhattisgarh performed in terms of reduction of number of districts, which are LWE affected?
Sir, the number of the left-wing extremism, the incidences have come down in Chhattisgarh, and the number of districts overall at the India level, it has also reduced. In Chhattisgarh also, the number should have been reduced, but number of districts which have been created has increased in Chhattisgarh. So, and generally these are on the Naxal affected areas are on the border of two districts. So the number may not be the right indicator, sir. But overall, the incidences of left-wing extremism has reduced in Chhattisgarh, sir.
Eventually, you went as a head of the team in BARC Mumbai.
Yes, sir.
So what was your task of what was the purpose of being there, core member of college team on a project? What was the project about?
So the project was about the reciprocating compressor at Bhabha Atomic Research Center, the Dhruva Research Reactor, which is India's largest research reactor. So there at the Research Reactor Maintenance Division, we worked on a project on a reciprocating compressor. Under this project, sir, we identified the parameters which led to the malfunctioning or the stopping of the reciprocating compressor, and we developed a program to identify, for example, if those who are working, if they input the parameters like what is the temperature, pressure, and what the parameters, so that program can help them identify what is the error in the compressor, and accordingly they can take action. So it was like an expert system which we tried to develop there, sir.
So tell me, when BRC was set up, and later on also we were very hopeful of using nuclear energy for peaceful purposes. We signed an agreement also in the year 2014, with United States. But nothing much happened the last 6-7 years as far as nuclear energy for peaceful purposes. What do you think has been the main reason for not, bringing the nuclear energy, bring a surge in the use of nuclear energy, especially when there is a energy insecurity in India?
So currently, nuclear energy is responsible for 1.7% of the power generated power in India, installed power capacity in India, and the low share of nuclear energy is because of multiple reasons. First is that we have low resources of uranium in our own country and we are import dependent on it. And second is a geopolitical impact, sir. For example, India is not a member of NSG, Nuclear Suppliers Group. So India has difficulty in accessing the sensitive nuclear technologies and also the nuclear materials, sir. And the third reason, which I will say, is that the three-stage nuclear program, which was envisaged by Homi Jahangir Bhabha, sir, it has not been able to catch up because of again the shortage of raw materials, technology which India has not been able to get access to. And sir, yes, sir, that is I can think of it.
Ukraine war has further, affected and impacted in the negative way our economy. After we recovered partly after COVID, again, we are going down. So how do you say that we are actually going down? Can you mention some macroeconomic indicators which prove that India is struggling with the economic issues today?
Sir, macroeconomic indicators to prove that we are struggling include the inflation. currently, which is rising, sir, and it has crossed the limit of 6%, which is mandated for Monetary Policy Committee. And sir, even the IMF in its recent report of Global Economic Outlook has downgraded India's growth rate. That is why we can say that it has impacted India. So because of the first is supply chain disruption, sir, of the crude oil, sir, of different other like wheat, grains. Overall, the world is getting impacted. Second is that the price of crude oil is also impacted because of this war, sir.
So, how do we take care of inflation?
The inflation is the general rise in the level of prices overall in the economy. And to tackle inflation, we have to tackle both demand side factor and the supply side factor, sir. For demand side factor, the Monetary Policy Committee, it has currently it has maintained the repo rate at the same level, but it has signaled that it will not go for accommodative policy, and it will increase the repo rate in the upcoming meetings, sir. And sir, at the supply side level also, sir, the government has taken steps like investing on the supply chain infrastructure, sir, like cold chain operation. Top is there from for onion, potato. It has been increased to other commodities. And sir, apart from this, the schemes like Krishi Rail, Krishi Udan have been initiated for better supply of the agricultural commodities, sir.
Thank you, Divyanjali. I pass on to the honorable member.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Well, Divyanjali, you are from Raipur.
Yes, sir.
Raipur is a smart city.
Yes, sir.
What changes have you noticed in the last 4 years at the ground level? In what way things have improved?
Sir, as a smart city, the new Raipur has been set up, which is also called Atal Nagar. And in New Raipur is a greenfield city, sir, which is quite away from my old city, which is Old Raipur, sir. And in the New Raipur, which I have visited several times, sir, the management is very optimal, sir. There is integrated command and control center for traffic management, SCADA system for public utility services like electricity. And even during the COVID-19, this integrated command and control center was used to map the hotspot areas of COVID-19, tracking the ambulance services. And so that has helped. Apart from this, sir, many government buildings like the legislative body, it has been shifted to the New Raipur, sir. And other government offices are also slowly shifting to New Raipur, and the infrastructure is well planned in New Raipur, sir.
Okay, now in your neighboring state, MP, the cleanliness drive has been outstanding.
Yes, sir.
Indore has been, I think, for the last 5 years. So, is there any attempt by the Chhattisgarh government or your Raipur municipal body to emulate that, model of Indore?
Sir, in the Swachh Bharat rankings, Indore has been adjudged as the cleanest city. And taking cue from such initiatives, in Ambikapur of Chhattisgarh, a garbage cafe has been opened. Even in Raipur, sir, initiatives like door-to-door collection of waste has started.
Okay,
and sir, Raipur is also working on this.
very good. Now, Divyanjali, we have a reservation for women in Panchayati Raj institutions. 33% is the minimum, and some states even have, like Bihar, they have gone for 50%. And that is, do you think that has really helped in empowering the women at the ground level?
Yes, sir. I think this initiative has empowered women at the ground level. According to several studies like Ministry of Panchayati Raj and United Nations Development Program studies, they show that women have also empowered panchayats, and panchayats have also empowered women. It is a two-way empowerment process. It has been proven that those panchayats which are headed by women, they invested more in infrastructure like schools, roads, and water supply facility. And by participating in the panchayats, sir, women have also come out of the veil of their houses, and they have participated in political process. And it has created a pool of leadership, and these women have also contested higher level of elections. But at the same time, sir, in some places it has been reported the problem of panchayat pati, sir, and sarpanch pati syndrome, sir. So tackle this also, sir. Initiatives are taking place, and I think it is a very empowering initiative,
Okay,
sir.
good. So by the same logic, can we also go for reservation for women in civil services? Do you think that like women are empowered and they are also doing good job in Panchayati Raj institutions, which is again constitutional bodies and a very important part of our governance system, like our civil services. So can we have similar reservation kind of system for women in civil services?
Sir, I don't support reservation in civil services for women because I think that women should be empowered to take up the services on their own. I think they are qualified and they do not suffer from any impact which will drive them from not being a part of civil services. And just by giving reservation, it will be a token initiative. I think for more we should go for societal transformation, sir, about the attitudes towards women. They should be educated, empowered, and skilled development should be there so that they can participate in all other fields of employment as well, sir.
Divyanjali, last week we had an important conference here on international diplomacy kind of dialogue was there. But are you aware of that?
Yes, sir. Sir, it was Raisina Dialogue. It is organized by Ministry of External Affairs and Observer Research Foundation, sir.
So what is the gain for Government of India by organizing such dialogues?
The Raisina Dialogue is a flagship initiative of Ministry of External Affairs. It tries to put India's perspective towards the different issues, global issues, and it tries to put forward what we think of these issues and how we approach these issues and how they are going to affect us. So it is a very welcome initiative for enhancing our engagement with other countries. For example, this time the guest was Ursula von der Leyen. She was the president of European Commission, and it again shows the increasing position of India in global affairs, sir.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Divyanjali, do you consider Afghanistan as our neighbor?
Yes, sir.
Do we have geographical boundary?
Yes, sir. The Wakhan corridor in the Jammu and Kashmir state, it joins India to Afghanistan, sir.
Okay. Do we have any pending issues with them? Any international relations pending issues?
With Afghanistan, sir?
Yes. Afghanistan has a Taliban type of government.
Yes, sir. So India, when the Taliban took over Afghanistan, India has not formally recognized the government headed by Taliban, sir.
So that's an important issue.
Yes, sir.
What else?
Apart from this, sir,
What about our cooperation?
the cooperation with Afghanistan has been multifaceted. India has helped Afghanistan with around $3 billion of investment, like parliament building, libraries.
That was before these fellows came.
Yes, sir. And currently, wheat wheat help from India has also gone to Afghanistan, sir, to help the people tide over the crisis of food insecurity, sir.
Do we want anything from Afghanistan?
Sir, India considers Afghanistan as its natural ally, sir. According to Kautilya's theory, neighbor's neighbor is a natural friend, sir. So Afghanistan, there are multiple helps which Afghanistan can give us. First is a strategic help, because it is close to Pakistan. If Pakistan tries to create pressure on Jammu and Kashmir by insurgency terrorism, so India can release that pressure from other side of Pakistan, sir. Second is the economics, sir. Afghanistan is a storehouse of minerals also, sir. And apart from this, we have any exports like of dry fruits which come from Afghanistan. So there's the economic angle also for Afghanistan, sir.
What about Myanmar?
Sir,
Any issues with them?
Sir, Myanmar currently it is being ruled by military government, sir, and the civilian government has been ousted in Myanmar. And issues with Myanmar include, sir, it is closer to China, sir. Especially the military government is very close to China. But it is very important for the security of northeastern states, sir. Because many insurgent groups, they conduct strikes in India and then they seek haven in Myanmar, and many of them it is alleged that they are being supported by China. So and the connectivity problem is also there of northeast, hence Myanmar is important.
Where is this Rakhine state?
The Rakhine state borders Bangladesh and Myanmar, sir. So it is very close to India.
I mean, east, west, north, south. With respect to Myanmar, which direction it is?
So west of Myanmar, I think.
Southwest.
Southwest, sir.
Okay. Then, are you aware of Supreme Court guidelines on police reforms?
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Sir, Supreme Court in Prakash Singh case has
Mhm.
given guidelines for police reforms, and the reforms include, sir, like police complaints authority for people to lodge complaint regarding the police,
Mhm.
and for the promotion of DSP level and above, there should be a body for promotion, promotional in a.
Have the state governments complied with the Supreme Court guidelines? What is the level of compliance?
The exact data I'm not aware, but the compliance has been low among the states, sir. Yes, sir, it is low.
Okay. There is some body called Cherry. So that body has carried out the study about the compliance level. And Supreme Court also appointed a committee. They also have gone into compliance level. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Actually, you are from Chhattisgarh,
Yes, sir.
Raipur, and your interest is in Mandala art,
Mandala art.
Mandala art.
Yes.
What is this Mandala art?
The mandala art is any pattern which is made using a circle, semicircle, concentric circles, and with a repeated design, sir.
Any well-known artist of this art?
The well-known artist, I'm not aware of this, but there are several bloggers and internet in Instagram users who practice this art, sir. Many youth influencers are there who practice this art.
Is it being sold under NFT? Mandala art?
So currently, I'm not aware, but it can be sold under the non-fungible tokens.
Because from what you explained, it appears to be a art form which can be sold in NFT.
Sir, under the non-fungible token NFT, anything, any digital graphics can be sold. Even tweets can be a part of NFT. So I think mandala art can also be a part of NFT, sir.
Okay, tell me about blockchain. What is the future of blockchain in India?
So blockchain is a decentralized ledger system, which is based on distributed systems, sir. And in India, sir, blockchain is being promoted. For example, a center for blockchain initiative has been started in Bangalore, sir. And even government, as a part of its budget last year, the third pillar of the budget was new and emerging technologies, under which technologies like artificial intelligence, blockchain is being promoted. And Telangana government has taken an initiative where they are exploring blockchain for election purposes also, sir. So there are many initiatives which are being taken.
Okay. And where do we see India in the quantum computing in near future? Is Government of India allocating any budget for quantum computing?
Sir, initiative has been taken for quantum computing, sir. I'm forgetting the name of the scheme, sir. I think it is Quest scheme. And apart from this, DRDO has gone for quantum key cryptography, where they have the labs are communicating using quantum technology for secured communication. Even Indian Army is also working in this regard, sir, for secured communication purposes, sir.
Okay, good. What is difference between fusion and fission? You had gone to VARC.
Yes, sir.
So tell me difference between fusion and fission.
Under fusion, the nuclei are fused, or they are combined to produce energy. But in fission, it is the nucleus is bombarded using neutrons to produce energy, sir. They are the opposite of.
Okay, and JBST, James Webb Space Telescope, has been in the news. So can you tell me 3 or 4 technical features of JBST?
The James Webb Space Telescope will be launched by NASA to replace the Hubble Space Telescope, sir. And regarding technical features, sir, I'm not sure.
No problem. No problem. And let's come to the aspirational districts. How many aspirational districts are there in Chhattisgarh?
The numbers I'm forgetting, sir. I had read the numbers.
All right. What is Antyodaya mission?
Under the Antyodaya mission, government supports the poorest of the poor, the lowest backward people, sir, in this scheme, sir.
This mission has been in the news lately.
Yes, sir.
What for?
Sir, it has been. Sir, I'm not able to recall this.
Okay, no problem. And two quick questions on hijab controversy. What is your view on hijab controversy, and what is judgment that has been received?
So the hijab controversy started in Karnataka, where girls who wanted to attend the educational institutions were denied the entry because hijab was not a part of the school uniform prescribed by the authorities. So the case went to Karnataka High Court in the Resham versus State of Karnataka case. Karnataka High Court ruled that hijab is not a part of essential religious practices of Islam, so they cannot be allowed. And this matter is currently being challenged in the Supreme Court, and the matter is sub judice. And in my opinion, sir, since India is a democracy, everyone should have the right to practice their religion. But at the same time, the school authorities should also are empowered to make rules for the regulation of the institutions. So even their power should be respected, sir.
Okay. Last question. What is current account deficit?
The current account deficit is the difference between the exports and imports of, sir, the current accounts, which includes goods and visibles and invisibles, sir, goods and services. Sir.
Goods and services. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So Divyanjali, any area subject which has been left uncovered by us and you would like to suggest any topic or subject?
Sir, regarding the first question which you asked me of the nuclear of why.
Are you wanting me to ask another question, or are you taking my feedback?
Sir, I want to add more on that question, sir.
Okay.
Sir, that why India has not been able to enhance its nuclear energy, sir. So there's also, like, India signed the civil nuclear accord with USA, but it could not be very fruitful because of the nuclear liability clause under this act, under which the US companies are demanding that they should be not made liable for nuclear accidents. But this is a bone of contention between Indian government and the USA. So that is also a reason why the civil nuclear accord has not been very fruitful, sir.
Good. So Divyanjali, thank you.